between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Philadelphia Eagles. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Washington now brings this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here we go.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
Black Ultra. Black shot.
Now back to throw. Throwing the out route and right away he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Treads into the stiff arm. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. DeForest Buckner, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Come on, set. Ball red.
They go play action here on first down.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The throw over the middle taken in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it...
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
Washington now brings this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's complete to Adams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
The Eagles at 12-3 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To try again after the sack. Wilson looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Looking to throw. Looking deep downfield. Touchdown Raiders.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Perrion Winfrey. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson under pressure, and they got to him again. Max Crosby in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wilson back into his end zone. Going deep here for Watkins. And got his man complete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Wilson's throw caught by Tony.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles. But ultimately, in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Wilson.
Right back to Tony. He's got another one.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
95 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Another run here with Sanders. There's the stiff arm. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
2nd and 4. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Let's go.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack.
Ready. Reset.
They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly are running up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will knot us up at 10.
With some complimentary football there. One side, your defense forces the fumble, and then they drive it down the field. Now, obviously, Charles, they wanted the touchdown, but at least they were able to drive it down and get 3 out of that.
Yeah, now we'll have to see how the other sideline responds because they had plenty of time during that field goal to think about that fumble and how they were going to react. What are they going to do when they get the ball back and try and make things a little bit better for their team?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. 167 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll go again with Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with career touchdown number 70. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. Incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dive defense, blanketing the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
An option handoff given to Sanders. He'll get it across midfield down to the 49. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Finding room at midfield. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact caught the ball free, and it's 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Come on, set, practice, 6, 7. Blue striker. Long red.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He hits Adams, complete.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Red, cycle. Steel, trap. Green.
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they elect to decline it.